We're diving into the top 6 countertop ice makers that keep ice frozen longer and actually deliver consistent, real-world performance. And if you've been tired of weak ice, slow trays, or constant refilling, stay with us. Your ideal chill solution is closer than you think. You can also check all product links in the description below. Let's kick things off with our number 6 pack, the GE Profile Opal. There's something oddly frustrating about modern kitchens. You make ice, and yet it disappears before the drink even feels cold enough. That gap between expectation and reality is exactly where this category starts to matter. The GE Profile Opal steps in like a quiet upgrade you didn't know you needed. The first thing people notice isn't just the machine, it's the ice. Soft, nugget-style pieces that feel more like a cafe experience than a countertop appliance. There's a certain satisfaction in watching it produce ice steadily, almost like it's keeping up with your daily rhythm instead of slowing it down. But what makes it interesting in this lineup isn't just its look or texture, it's consistency. While many compact machines struggle to maintain stable ice output, this one manages to balance production and usability in a way that feels more refined than basic home units. It brings a sense of reliability that makes everyday use feel less like a task and more like a seamless habit. Still, it's not perfect. It demands regular cleaning, and it needs a steady water source to truly perform at its best. Compared to simpler portable units, it feels more like a fixed kitchen upgrade than a travel-friendly gadget. But for anyone who values nugget-style ice and wants a more premium everyday experience, the GE Profile Opal quietly earns its place here. A small upgrade but one that changes how your cold moments feel every single. Now let's move to the contender. At number 5, we have a Kismile Countertop. Most people never really think about ice until they run out of it at the worst possible time. That's where the real frustration begins: slow trays, melted leftovers, and that endless waiting game. The Kismile Countertop enters as a practical answer to that everyday problem. It doesn't try to be overly complicated. Instead, it focuses on one thing: giving you ice quickly, without the usual kitchen hassle. There's a certain convenience in how it fits into daily life. Compact enough to sit on a small counter, simple enough that anyone can operate it without thinking twice. It's the kind of machine you start appreciating in small moments when you're making a quick drink after work, or when unexpected guests show up and you suddenly realize how valuable instant ice really is. Compared to others, it leans heavily toward portability and ease of use. That does mean storage capacity isn't designed for heavy gatherings, and during high-demand moments, you might find yourself wishing for a bit more holding space. But that's the trade-off here: speed and simplicity over bulk storage. And for small households or personal setups, that balance actually works in its favor. It removes the weight, removes the guesswork, and replaces it with something far more satisfying: ice when you actually need it. A quiet problem solver that keeps everyday drinks flowing without interruption. Coming up next at number 4 is the MOMOKOVA Dispenser Countertop. Imagine opening your kitchen and not worrying about whether your ice tray survived the night or melted halfway through the day. That simple peace of mind is what this category is really about. The MOMOKOVA Dispenser Countertop brings a slightly different approach. It's not just about making ice, it's about making access to ice easier and more controlled throughout the day. There's a practical feel to it. The kind you notice when hosting guests, preparing multiple drinks, or just trying to keep your kitchen running smoothly without constant checking or refilling. It doesn't overwhelm your space, but it quietly stays ready in the background, doing its job consistently. Compared to others, this one leans more toward steady usability and convenience rather than raw speed. Some basic cooler-style storage solutions may hold ice longer overnight, but they don't offer the same immediate accessibility or on-demand convenience. What stands out here is how it reduces friction. No constant monitoring. No rushing to refill trays. Just a smoother kitchen rhythm where ice is available when you need it. It may not be the most powerful option in the lineup, but it reshapes how you think about daily cold drinks: less effort, more flow, fewer interruptions. A subtle upgrade that quietly improves everyday kitchen comfort. Let's keep the momentum going. At number 3 we have the ecozy countertop. There's a moment most people recognize too late: you pour a drink, walk away, and come back to half-melted ice that already changed the experience. That's where frustration usually starts. The EUHOMY Countertop steps in with a more refined approach to that problem. Instead of focusing only on speed, it brings attention to stability, the kind of ice experience that holds up longer once it's made. What makes it noticeable in daily use is consistency. Ice doesn't feel rushed or unstable. It holds its form longer compared to many compact alternatives that struggle in warmer kitchen environments. That alone changes how you experience every drink. Many users come from machines that feel chaotic, noisy cycles, uneven freezing, and constant refills that interrupt the flow of the day. ecozy shifts that experience into something calmer and more controlled. It doesn't just produce ice, it maintains a more dependable rhythm. Compared to others, it finds a middle ground, reliable production without sacrificing too much quality in the end result. And here's where people really feel the difference: fewer interruptions during gatherings, smoother serving moments, and less stress around constantly checking whether ice is ready. If you're comparing options in this category, ecozy doesn't scream for attention. It earns it through consistency. And if you're already thinking about upgrading your setup, you'll find links to all these models below. It makes comparing your options much easier before deciding what fits your kitchen best. A quieter machine, but one that changes how stable your ice is. Breaking into the top 2, the Antarctic Star Countertop takes the number 2 position. Most people don't realize how much they rely on ice until it starts disappearing faster than they can use it. That's when the inconvenience becomes impossible to ignore. The Antarctic Star Countertop focuses on solving exactly that daily frustration. It delivers fast ice production in a compact form that fits easily into tight kitchen spaces. There's a practical comfort in how quickly it responds. You don't wait long, you don't plan around ice, you just get it when you need it. That alone changes how effortless everyday drinks feel, whether it's iced coffee in the morning, hydration during work, or a quick refresh at night. Of course, the compact size comes with a limitation: the reservoir isn't built for heavy party-level demand. During larger gatherings, you might need to refill more often than you'd like. But in everyday use, that trade-off feels reasonable. It prioritizes speed and convenience over long-term storage capacity. Compared to slower machines, it keeps things moving. Compared to others, it keeps things simple. And that balance is what makes it stand out. It doesn't overpromise, it just performs consistently when you need it most. A dependable everyday ice companion that keeps your drinks effortlessly chilled. And finally, taking the number 1 spot on our list, we have the EUHOMY Nugget. There's a different kind of satisfaction when ice doesn't just cool your drink but changes how you experience it entirely. That's the idea behind Nugget-style ice, and it's where everything comes together. The EUHOMY Nugget takes that experience and makes it accessible right on your countertop. From the first use, what stands out is the texture: soft, chewable ice that feels more enjoyable than traditional cubes. It produces ice steadily, keeping up with daily needs whether you're working, relaxing, or hosting friends. The consistency makes it feel reliable rather than occasional. Compared to others, it offers a strong balance of performance and affordability. It doesn't aim to be overly premium like some higher-end models, but it delivers where most people actually care: daily convenience and satisfying ice quality. There are some limitations: smaller water tanks and occasional maintenance needs can interrupt heavy usage. But in normal day-to-day life, those trade-offs feel manageable considering the overall experience it provides. What makes it stand out is how it fits into everyday moments. Long evenings feel smoother. Drinks feel more enjoyable. Even simple hydration feels a bit more refreshing. It's not just about making ice, it's about improving how that ice feels in real life. And that's why it takes the top spot here. Winner. The EUHOMY Nugget earns the top position because it consistently delivers the most enjoyable ice experience in this entire lineup. From texture to usability, it transforms something basic into something noticeably better every single day. It's compact, efficient, and designed for people who want reliable nugget ice without overcomplicating their kitchen setup. At the end of the day, that's what matters most: not just how fast ice is made, but how it feels when you use it. So that was our breakdown of the top 6 countertop ice makers that keep ice frozen longer and perform reliably in real kitchens. If you want to compare any of these options, check the links in the description below. If you enjoyed this breakdown, Consider liking the video and subscribing for more detailed product insights like this. And remember, good ice doesn't just cool your drink, it changes the moment you're in.